And we're back in a new day.
With one... Well, we could go anywhere, but one day will give us one location will give us progress.
True that.
Do you wish
Le
to
Studio
revisit?
de Robinino.
Do you wish to revisit anything?
Absolutely not. The man said that the photographer would not be finished developing the photograph until 3 days' time had passed.
Okay.
So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock?
Wait, there's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Roberto de Robino, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit.
When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean?
I think it means he is a pretentious bird brain. But in any case, the artist seems to be out. So, what shall we do now?
We should knock anyway.
Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope. Doesn't look like he's in Falcon.
We should break in.
Whoa! Are you serious?
Maybe?
Monsieur J.J. Falcone, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over.
It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back. I'm barging down the door.
Wait, just like that? Should we discuss this first? Did you make that choice?
I think that's the... yes, but I don't think there's an option with that.
What did Bird Jesus' name was that?
You said you wanted to break in.
I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think it would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here. We ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very... swanky?
Swanky.
I was going to say ostentatious.
That's just swanky talk for swanky.
We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. I see paints, inks, and dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is.
I could taste test it.
You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not.
A chandelier. You should get one of those for the office.
I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from the Notre Dame Cathedral itself. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. This photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside.
You know, I once had an uncle who once fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty.
No. I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die?
No, he got demoted.
Ugh, terrible.
Yes, it was a pun.
This appears to be a photograph of a ladder. Symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps?
It looks more like a step ladder to me.
No!
Hey, that's an Ace Attorney thing right there. Yeah.
No! Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument.
What, couldn't take it?
Thank you, Falcon. Thank you. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. A lighthouse? No, wait, it's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways...
It's a black smudge falcon.
This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell.
That reminds me. How illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings?
I'm not going to lie to you, Sparrowson. If we're caught, we will be spending the next 20 years with a number instead of a name.
I call 2461.
Don't be daft, Sparrowson. You can't call prison numbers. Damn, I wanted that one. There's a picture of a fence.
It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns.
Picture of a sailing ship on a windy day.
Hey, Falcon, look.
What? It's just an easel.
No. Look what's on the easel.
Oh wow, this must be the copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder.
Pay attention to who's on it. Click.
Baron Rockwell is missing. There's no question. I see a housemaid, Dame Cataline, and I think Senor Portois, Cataline's father.
So, what shall we do? Do we just take this?
We've come this far, we may as well borrow it.
Is there anything else we should do here? I think we went through all the photographs. Is the one on the left done?
Nope. See a bourgeois tigress in profile. He thinks we're done.
Yeah, there isn't really anything else.
I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves.
Yeah, sounds pretty good to me. Uh-oh.
Oh mon dieu, what happened to my door? Well, Monsieur Robino, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who have been hired for the purpose of...
Raven! A raven did it! We saw the whole thing!
What are you doing, Sparrowson? I've got this!
I'm not going to jail because of your conscious acting up.
Nobody's going to jail. Just take it easy. Damn ravens. They're always after our shiny objects, am I right? Yes, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast.
Right, let's go. That was a quick day. We
Indeed.
could probably start the trial. We might as well, we got time.
Shall we begin? Do we have all the evidence?
Yes.
Indeed. Le Palais de Justice.
Our heroes stand inside the Grand Palace, full of marble and justice. You looking nervous there, Falcon? That bad, eh?
Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do? No. We've got a handle on things.
Falcon was just telling me how confident he's feeling about the case.
That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull it through.
Let's move it along, fellas.
I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon.
We will. You can count on us. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Insert bird chirps here.
All right, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everyone here?
J.J. Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Remington's present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Darn it, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes?
I knew it.
Knew what?
Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes.
Oh, was he smart?
No. He always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through final exams on the luck of his 2 rabbit feet. Unless he's improved considerably. You might already have this trial in the bag.
It's good to know. But say, Sparrow-san, if Rupert scores the second lowest marks in the class, then who scored the lowest?
I choose not to say anything.
Here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Are the jury all present?
All present and accounted for, Your Honor.
Hey, Falcon. I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8?
Oh, those 2 birds with the funny hats are Assieurs, the associate judges.
Everything seems to be in order, so let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cataline Demieux. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand.
Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Volerty, to the witness stand.
Inspector Volerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
As you will, Honor, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your, name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Volerty. I am a servant of the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago.
Let's stick to the questions, Inspector.
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, great. I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with the lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would churn in his own mother if he saw her littering.
So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. And perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival? Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Raguel. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline Damiens. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Granouille with his blood on her paws. That seems like an open and shut case, in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor. Bloody paws? Nobody told me about that detail.
Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony.
Of course, I know this.
You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. So pick something you want questioned.
Inspector, you say Dame Cataline had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Monsieur Granouille's, of course. How can you be so sure? I object. This line of questioning is absurd. There's only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Cataline's paws could have only belonged to one person, Monsieur Granouille. Judge, Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. Afraid the prosecution has
I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. You can't voice everyone now. Do you have any reason to suspect that the blood might belong to someone other than Monsieur Granouille?
I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Cataline's paws had nothing to do with the murder. This is foolish time wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Cataline's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from?
Hey, you picked that pretty quick.
On the evening of the murder, Dame Cataline. ate a bloody rare steak.
Is this true, Monsieur Rubbington?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well... Wait! Don't, answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No!
Achievement.
So, Inspector Valerti, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now, hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Cataline is an elegant bourgeois kitted. She was no doubt brought up with flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have had eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. How can she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Oh, that is a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Cataline to eat with her paws.
Missing cutlery.
Dame Cataline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household had been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Roguel household when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Roguel approached us about this very subject last night. Ah! What a twist.
What a twist. What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware? Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report?
Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force.
Then it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all.
Oh dear.
Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case.
Fine, so be it. Messieurs, until next time.
Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Robito Robinino, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder.
Monsieur Robito Robino, please approach the stand and recite the oath. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear. I don't even know what voice I was going to say. Tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. It's a little... Alright, he's supposed to be pompous. It's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest.
Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record?
As if anyone in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Robito Robino, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste, tu es un pipe.
Pipe.
You may have seen my works in hip magazines, Le Blanche, or
Séchulette.
Séchoté. I can send you tweets if you like.
What on earth is a tweet?
Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon. It's the 19th century. Get with the times already.
Yes, your works are very impressive, Mr. Robinio. But let's get down to business. Could you please tell us activities were on the night of the murder?
Very well. I was hired by Baron Roguel to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed the Baron and left. Like a true artist.
And with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph?
I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that you could all see for yourselves.
Oh, very good. Let's take a close look. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? Let's see, who do we have here? In the middle, we see our Baron Roguel, the lion who hosted the event. On the left, we see our Seigneur Portois Damiao, the father of the defendant Dame Cataline. And finally, we see the housemaid Colleen Duhart, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the Mr. Monsieur Granwy. The second is the defendant, Dame Cataline Damiao. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Robington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean that they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet.
The prosecution may continue.
Behind the photograph subjects, we see a wall clock with the time at 7:30. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Volerti told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save Dame Cataline herself.
Hey, Falcon, that photograph doesn't seem right. It looks different to the one that we borrowed from the studio.
I see it too. A photograph shows Colleen Duhart, Dame Cataline, and Seigneur Portois. But Monsieur Robinio's photograph shows Baron Roguel, where Dame Cataline should be standing. If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way.
You should just slam that evidence down and be like, bam, inconsistency. This whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed.
I can't do that.
Well, I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words.
No, I mean, I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. If I were to present it, Monsieur Robinio would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial could derail. In a worst case scenario, I could lose my legal license and we would be arrested for theft.
Well, we don't want that.
No, we do not. I should tread lightly. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. The defense may proceed.
It's a waste of time. If you ask me, photographs are rock-solid evidence.
And maybe we'll cross-examine next time.
No, I think we should just finish this whole thing. I know what I'm doing.